let's get into Nerd Radio. It's our first month. Just so everybody knows, next week, which is going to be the 30th, we're actually going to take a break. We're going to have like a mandatory meeting, go over some good stuff, some bad stuff. What do we think we can change about it? Just for you guys here who are here, because God forbid anybody else show up. We are going to be doing a giveaway for next month. So just showing up, hanging out with us, chatting, that's an entry right there. Obviously we would love like a share, like when we go live and the tweet goes out or whatever, we would love you guys to share, and that'll give you, like another entry or whatever. So I mean, like throughout the month you can rack up like 50 entries, you know what I mean? But pretty much just interacting with us, is gonna get you into the giveaway, so look forward to that. It's gonna be $100, so it's gonna be a big one. A big one. Sorry. I'm sorry.
There's the porno ASMR at the end of that. There you go.
But obviously, we want more people here. I think right now we have 7 people, so that's awesome. That's the most we've had, which is saying something. I think we're still getting started, so
it's the growth.
But I like
we have to the sex talks we just had.
But I feel like we're definitely finding our groove. I hope you guys are really enjoying it. It's definitely not really something anybody else is trying, so it was kind of a risk, like kind of doing this. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. The production of it. Just I think I have more fun with like the production value of it than sometimes the making of it. Although today being an exception to that rule, but yeah, I mean, I like just kind of chilling out and making a show out of it.
Yeah. No, definitely. I agree. Oh, I've been talking. Have you not been? Okay. No, I have too. Like this is I think now, especially that we've got a lot of this new stuff in place, like the graphics, like it's adding another layer to it, where it's like, okay, this is a show experience. Like this has been a great fucking episode. It's probably been my favorite episode we've had so far.
Yeah.
Because just the conversations have been A, batshit crazy, B, loving every minute of it. But yeah, I don't know if there was something more you were expecting out of me when it came to that.
I guess I just wanted to make sure I gave you a chance to talk, so I didn't feel like I'm always talking.
I appreciate that.
No, but it's also good from a YouTube perspective, because now what we've been doing, if you guys didn't know, we've been doing clips. So usually if it's a different subject, we'll have that as its own clip. So, like at the start of the day when we're just like, hey, how you doing? How's your week? That's its own clip. And then we put that up on YouTube or whatever. So we went from like 1 video, 2 videos a week to now 1 or 2 videos a day. And so like our output has quadrupled, pentupled. I don't know. Like we're doing a lot more on YouTube than we usually do. And so I love it. Like I feel like this is kind of like always what I imagined we'd be doing as far as like content wise, like 1 or 2 videos a day, but it's like we just never could quite figure it out.
Yeah.
And every year we'd always start the year with a video where it's like, or at the end of the year, I guess.
Yeah, well, we typically did it at the end of the year, because I can remember the Christmas videos.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, we'd be like, "Here's what we thought of the year. Here's what we'd like to do in the future."
We ought to do one for 2020.
And for one reason or another, it always seemed to kind of like shit in our face, because like we're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have a video every day, and we're gonna do this," and then like our editor kind of quit on us, so we're like, "Oh fuck." And then like one thing after another, and then COVID happened, so it was just like, damn it! I legitimately thought 2020 was gonna be our year. And I was like so pumped and ready to go. But now that we're starting this, it's like, okay, like,
yeah,
I'm glad. And I think at first especially until I got my new laptop. At first I was like really weary of like, do we want to do this?
Yeah.
Because we did, if you guys have been around for a while, we did samples last year where we just recorded a bunch and then put it out as a sample, and then it came to the point where I had this new laptop that could actually like really handle being, run this whole time, and it's actually can think more than 1 megabyte per second. So we're like, hey, let's do it live this year. And I kind of just like sprung it on everybody. I didn't, there was a lot of planning. We still planned for like an entire 2 months, I think. But it was just kind of like, hey guys, August, we're starting. So but now that we're starting this, it's like I really feel like this is a new chapter in our history. So
Yeah.
hopefully you guys are experiencing a little bit of like Threat X3 Productions history, because even if maybe we start downplaying the music and we just do it more as a talk show, I feel like, this is still going to be like, hey, this is going to be our new thing,
Yeah.
because it's really good for production. It's really good for timing. I mean, we both have lives, so just being able to do 1 day of work, technically 2 day, because some things are pre-recorded, but have an entire week's worth of stuff to put out is like really good for us, especially for somebody like me with 2 kids.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been having so much fun, So even though we're gonna have next week off, we'll still make sure to put out at least a review here, review there. So make sure go to our YouTube, down at the bottom of the screen, Threat X3 Productions, Twitter at TX3 Productions, and yeah, get us on Discord. Have a
Yeah.
good old time there. One last thing from Lycan, I didn't know there was prizes. I just came for the convos and sexy talk.
Well,
Well,
we'll
that's just
provide
the cherry on
either
top for
way.
you, buddy. Yeah,
And that's
we are givers, like
yeah.
Nate was saying. We're
I'm
givers,
a
okay?
giver. I'm a giver. Well, and that's
It's really it's really just a way it's a way to it's advertising. You know what I
yeah.
mean? That's kind of that's what every YouTuber does. That's what every Twitch does. Like, hey, share this, and it's a way for you to help out, and for you guys helping out, we want to give that nice little carrot on the end of the stick. If all you want to do is come here for the combo, like I appreciate that, and if you also wanted to share, and let everybody know. Like actually we got some signs. We have to redo them because the fuckers fucked them up. But we got some signs we're gonna put on like the back of our cars. We have some things hopefully in the works that will get some more people here, because like I think that is another part of this whole thing, having you guys in the chat talking with us, and eventually we'll have enough people where we can have the
Yeah.
the viewer call in where we can actually talk with you guys.
Yeah. Well, this has been one of my favorite things to take it off from what you're saying. This has been one of my favorite things that we've done so far, simply because of the interaction. So me and Nick, if you guys are just now knowing, like, tuning into us, we've been podcasting since 2017. I mean, we've been doing all kinds of different shows. There's a bunch of history there, YouTube and all that stuff. So the problem we always had was we were like loving these shows and like loving these podcasts we were making, and people would listen, but we just didn't have anyone talking to us, and it kind of sucks when you're and any content creator knows this. Feedback or no feedback and like just no interaction just really doesn't stir after a while. So like the fact that we can do what's basically a podcast but live and interacting with you guys and getting feedback like right off the bat, like it's great and it feels great as being a content creator. And you're right, like the production of this I think is really cool.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
So, and that's,
I mean, because when we don't get feedback,
yeah,
inevitably, like Apex Hubcast was the worst, because when we would get feedback,
it was bad.
It would be like, it's called gold armor, not orange armor. It's like,
which you could expect, but when you don't have any positive feedback coming in, it's just that it's like whatever. But
when I did get the positive feedback, dear God, I swear I just found out my dog died, because I would just bawl. I'm like, thank you so much for telling me you like my podcast. It's apparently super hard to fucking do.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, that's the key thing here when we're taking this, when we're off next week and we're looking at stuff, like feedback is going to be the best thing, and that's what will help make this
Mm-hmm.
show, these shows better. Like, what do you guys like? What do you guys not like? What would you want to change? And I think what we'll do, honestly, I'm surprising Nick with this information. What we can probably do is put up like maybe a Google Doc, either in the Discord, or if you
Yeah.
guys, for whatever reason want to be assholes and don't join the Discord, we could put it on Twitch or somewhere. But and they basically have it filled out, of things that you like, things that you don't, or just feedback that you
Yeah.
want to see. Like, are there games or shows or whatever you want us to talk? It's this is an ever
Yeah.
evolving show. So
Yeah. This is just the first month. So if you like what we have so far, we just want to keep going. Eventually, we want to go 2 days a week. Eventually, we want to be going 24 hours a day. Like, that's way down the road when we have like plenty of subs and dubs and everything. But eventually we would like this to be kind of a radio where we're going all the time, even if it's like 12 hours a day, and then the second 12 hours is just like the rerun of the first 12 hours or whatever, something like that. We want to eventually go where we're like a radio, and even get like an app where you guys can just, instead of having to get onto Twitch or something, you can just put it on an app, plug it into your like line jack in your car or through your Bluetooth or whatever, and literally listen to us as a radio station.
pull it into your
Eventually that
blood.
Oh dear God. We're talking about nerd radio, not sex anymore. Jesus. But anyways, yeah, I mean, eventually that's where we want to go. And so all the feedback's great. Everything, any kind of suggestions you can give us is, really, I mean, it's great. And I mean, I love the interaction with you guys. I love talking with you guys. So